Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Abled with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands together if you are ready to get the show started. Let's go.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Disabled podcast. I'm your host, Eli. My co-host, Fredy.
Yo, what's up?
We talk about sports, music, and culture. What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Everything's been good? Everything's been good?
Everything's been good, you know. We've been chilling. I went to go to the
Yankee AAA.
Yankee AAA in Scranton, Philadelphia.
Nice.
They were playing the Boston AAA team, and I have a few friends on there.
Got it.
So they wanted to see me. So,
Nice.
You know, a few Colombian friends that play with the team.
Right.
So,
I know you pretty much all these MLB teams.
Yeah, bro. Like they're all like, and it's funny because like we're around the same age. Like they're like 20
right.
they're like 25, 26. You know, I'm 20.
Yeah, 20,
you know,
24.
23,
yeah.
24. So, like, we're, like, around the same age. But it's so crazy to me because, like, I'm disabled.
Right.
They're not. They're, like, professional players.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool because, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm one of the guys. And, you know, it was cool.
And they know you
cool
for your training.
Yeah, and they know me for the massage. Like, that was my reason why I went because he wanted a massage. But we got there kind of late, so we couldn't. But, you know, we saw like 2 innings of the game.
Okay.
And it was kind of cool because I was like, damn, this is like a little village out here nowhere, and like it got packed. Like it was packed in there.
Oh wow, for a AAA game. Wow.
Yeah, for a AAA game. Like I was a little shocked. I thought it was gonna be empty, but it was actually packed.
That's what's up.
That was fun. Been watching a lot of. I've been going to movies just way too much, bro. And these tickets are expensive.
These tickets are expensive, and I'm about to waste
I don't know if it's
another
a COVID
2
thing.
weeks on 2 new movies.
Yeah, bro. Every ticket is $21.
Actually 3, because
plus tax
of the Bond movie that comes out in July. It comes out the week after your birthday.
Oh damn!
So,
and I want to see that too.
Yeah. What they're gonna ask you?
Yeah, I watched Fast 10, and then I watched Spiderman yesterday with my niece.
Yeah, I watched that on Sunday. Oh, has that been your first time in Philadelphia?
No, I've been there. I went there for the Bad Bunny
concert.
Rock Nation concert. I went to a Philadelphia game where Julio Teheran was pitching. It's a Colombian pitcher that my dad helped sign. And then I think that's it.
So that's been your third time?
Yeah, my third time. But every time I've gone to Philly, it's been like the city.
Right.
I haven't been to Philly like that.
Oh,
because that's still considered Philadelphia, but like it's like not city.
Right. Okay.
So that was fun. Yeah. So that was my 2 weeks.
Right.
What about you, bro? Where you been?
Been watching. I went to go see Spiderman as well. Went Odyssey. That was fun.
Okay.
I watched the NBA Finals a little bit. That was cool. It's been a little slow.
I watched
but fun.
it. I watched it. Game 1, I wasn't that interested.
Right.
Game 2, I was excited.
Yeah.
I was like, yes,
Game
we
2
finally
was
have
fun.
a series.
Game 2 was fun.
But yeah. And also, I skipped Little Mermaid because I wasn't really in the mood.
Oh,
and
I
wasn't in the mood. And according to my mom, she thought it was going to be like for kids.
Oh, and it was a little bit of both?
It was a little bit PG-13.
Oh, okay.
Because my niece went, because, you know, she likes the mermaid.
Right.
So my mom was thinking it was going to be like,
PG,
her PG-13 for kids, but she's a human now.
Right.
She thought she was going to go from like a little baby to like what she is.
Right.
Apparently it didn't go that way. I started dying because it was just so funny.
Oh, okay.
Because she thought it was gonna be like the cartoon,
right?
But like human version.
Yeah,
and I was like, Mom, I don't think that's how they do it now. I think they make it where like the mermaid has a boyfriend now.
Right. I feel.
I don't know. I just skipped it because I don't know. It just wasn't really my.
I wasn't gonna see because one, I had nobody to go with, and two, I wasn't really that interested. Oh yeah, my mom and my sister saw it. Yeah, they said it was fun. They said it was
good.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Able podcast.
Let's get into the NBA Finals. It's the Denver Nuggets versus the Miami Heat.
Yes. Miami boys. Hold on. Miami, we have a chance. Let's go.
Series is tied. Denver won pretty easily in game 1.
It was like a 10-point game? Yeah.
No, but it was pretty much a blowout. They blew them out.
Yeah, but I feel like Miami had a little bit of a chance.
No,
a chance to come back.
It got so bad that I was watching the Stephen A. World with all his guests. I wasn't even watching the game.
I watched that.
He had her as one of his guests.
You really like her, bro.
Yeah, I do.
You really like her?
I do. I'm fire. And then I was just like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go to bed. Or I ended up watching like Succession and some other show.
Oh, I heard the show was good.
Yeah. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna check out. But I did say to my dad, if Miami doesn't win game 2, they're gonna get swept.
I thought that, but I thought game 3 is more important than any other game.
Now. Everybody's talking about game 3 now because of how they handle.
No, but I thought that before. Before
the series sits.
Because I was like, all right, Miami, I know you can steal one game.
But can you defend home court?
But you got to defend home court.
Right.
Like, if you go down 0-2, you have to defend home court because it's a wrap.
Right.
But they stole one.
I did feel...
They took over home court advantage.
Right, and I did feel that Miami had good looks in game 1. They just wasn't falling.
I thought the exact same thing, too, because even in the third quarter, it wasn't that far off.
Right.
Like, it was looking like a blowout, but Miami was coming back slowly. And I think they cut it to like a single-digit game.
Right, yeah, they did.
And then they never could. Yeah, they cut it to 8-9, but they never could. They never could cut it even more.
Absolutely.
What the big adjustment I saw from game 1, game 2, Kevin Love started.
Kevin Love. And they put Jimmy Butler on Murray. They were like, you had to.
Which I don't know why they didn't do that for game 1 because he's their best defender.
True. And they're letting Bam. Oh, my dad said that they because I didn't watch a lot of game 2 because I was too tired. But he did say that Bam being the point forward really changed the game.
Yes. I agree with that.
Because that helped some points, he either passed the rock or he penetrated to the basket.
And let's shout out Duncan Robinson. Hold on, because his story this season is amazing to me. He went from DNP.
Right.
Coach's decision, like literally not playing a game during the regular season to playing the finals regularly.
And the playoffs regularly.
That's mainly because of Tyler Hero's injury.
Yeah.
But on top of that, he's like changed his game on the fly.
Right.
Because in the bubble, he was known for, he got paid for shooting the lights out.
Yeah, just spot up shooting.
Spot up shooting. He
but
got
now he's
$90 million. For just shooting the ball, which is
right.
At that time, everybody was paying that for shooters.
Right.
But now he's driving. Like he's driving, he's making these layups. He's driving, kicking it out. Like he's actually collapsing the defense, and I think that's really helping him and the team to succeed.
Definitely. And his 10 points in the fourth quarter was huge.
It was clutch. But I agree, Bam being the point forward. It's been really
and
good.
Kevin Love, because Kevin Love could, I heard he was neutralizing Aaron Gordon.
Because Aaron Gordon was killing Bam.
In game 1. He was killing everybody.
He was killing it. No, but I'm talking about in terms of like disrupting Bam's flow.
Oh, yeah.
Because when Jokic was on Bam, Jokic was slow to like react.
Yeah, most definitely. Also, I do. They definitely said that when Jokic scores 41 points or more, they lose, and when he has 10 assists or more, they win.
So I've been seeing that narrative for the past 2 days, and I don't know what to think about it because.
Well, the 14 assists in game 1 was huge.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I knew he was gonna get his assists.
And he only had 4 in game 2.
But I don't understand because, like, if he scores a 40-piece,
right,
and they win the game, nobody talks about that because, oh my God, he scored 40. Because they only lost by 3.
Right.
So it's not even like, oh my God, he scored 40 points, he got 4 assists, they figured something out. No.
Right.
I don't think that was it because if he scores 40 and they win,
right,
what's the problem?
Right.
Like they scored 40 and they lost, okay.
Right.
But I do agree, it does disrupt the flow of how they want to play.
Because they do better when like Pope has 20 points, Murray has 27.
When everybody else is eating.
And then along with his 35.
Along with his 20, 25, yes.
It works.
And then it works for both teams because Jimmy's the same way. Right. If Jimmy has like 9 assists 8 rebounds and only 20 points, they win.
Right. But
because everybody else has 20, 25.
But if he has 40 and 4, they lose.
For the most part, unless he has to take over and they keep it close.
Right.
So I think it goes both ways. And for me, the biggest difference from game 1 and game 2 was turnovers.
Yeah.
Because Miami had like 5.
And how many did
in like the third quarter alone. And Denver, I don't remember the number. I think Denver had like 6 or 7 the entire second half, or like 8 or something.
Right.
But that was, a big shift in momentum.
Right.
Now, I've read something this morning. There's an interesting question I wanted to ask you.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Who do you think?
So Miami had 11 turnovers, and they had 13. Okay, so it was pretty even with turnovers.
Yeah. Who do you think? No, but I'm saying in terms of like when the turnovers happen. In terms of quarter.
Okay.
Who do you think this title would be worth more to, Jokic or Jimmy?
I would say Jimmy, because of what, like the obstacles that he's had to go through.
Okay.
Being the number 1 seed. First of all, they count the play-in. I don't really count that, but beating Chicago.
That counts because that's history. They're the first play-in team in the final.
Right. So beating Chicago, coming back from a 15-point deficit because they were down by 15. Then beating the Bucks in 5 games. The Knicks was impressive. I wouldn't make it. I had the Knicks going to once the Bucks had gotten out there. I had the Knicks going to the Eastern Conference.
I had the Knicks go to the Eastern Conference too.
So beating the Knicks in 6 games, and then beating going up 3-0 against the Boston Celtics was the kind of nail in the coffin for me to be like, yo, and then
they're real,
right, and then the fact that they even Boston forced the game 7 with more credit,
and then they still beat them by 20,
right? So
no, I agree with you.
Denver to me beat. Let me see, who did they beat? They beat the Timberwolves. Okay, they beat the Suns, which was impressive, but I thought the Suns was.
It was more of like the Suns collapsing.
Yeah, then more
not to take anything away from
Denver,
but I feel like it was a little bit
because
more of a
star for power. I feel like Phoenix had way more.
On paper, they should have beat them.
Right, and then the Lakers, that was impressive. I'll give them credit because I actually and to sweep the Lakers.
Yeah,
just
to sweep the Lakers was impressive. So
but I'm definitely going Miami.
What I saw this morning because I was watching First Take, and I say Jimmy Butler because, one, his age, he's 33, and he's probably his last chance to win a wing.
Right. Because the last one before that was the bubble.
The bubble.
And we all
knew his age, the road that he had to go through, just to get here, like you said, and then the fact that Denver's core is young enough to possibly get there again.
Right. Miami's not at that point to me. I think
Miami, we don't know because if they don't win this, we don't know what Pat Riley's gonna do to like help Jimmy out.
And I feel like they moved. They didn't give away their big young stars, but they did move a few pieces to get Vincent.
No, they were undrafted.
Oh, they were all right.
They were all undrafted.
Right. That's how they got in this predicament. Yeah.
The one rumor they were saying is because the season was going so bad, they were thinking about trading Tyler Hero.
Oh, okay, right. To get more pieces.
To help Jimmy and Bam.
Right. Speaking of which, Tyler Hero, they did announce that he will not be playing for tomorrow's game.
Damn. But I heard Wendy said he was 100%.
He was. They did, but they also said that there was some swelling around his hand. They also said that he personally doesn't want to mess up the rotation because either.
But I'm coming off the bench. What do you mean? You paying me $120 million.
Me personally, I would
put me in the game, take me on the bench, and because that's what I think they should do. Because you're not taking away Max's starting spot. Like you're not messing around the rotation.
But then you got Martin and Duncan already coming off your bench.
I know, but like even if I play for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes,
it would
see where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but maybe game 4.
Hey,
game 4 ain't gonna be until to Saturday, I believe.
And it's in Miami.
But now that it's 1-1, I'm definitely gonna take Miami in 6. I picked Miami in 6 before.
Nah, I did.
But I needed them to
7.
win. I needed them to win one of the games on the road. I think they will defend home court and end it in Miami in 6.
Okay.
And y'all already know how that's gonna go. 3-1 and then get.
Speaking about Jimmy, I saw this YouTube short. I've been on this YouTube short. I've been addicted to this thing. It's like my TikTok. It's kind of like the what ifs. You know, the NBA what ifs. I saw that Jimmy Butler was the trade before he went to Philly. It was supposed to be him going to Houston, teaming up with Chris Paul and James Harden. But the Timberwolves didn't want to. Houston was offering them 4 first-round picks and Brandon Knight.
Right.
And they didn't want to take that because they wanted to win now. And they took NBA ready.
Right.
From Minnesota. And Philly.
I think if he had went to Miami,
it would have changed the trajectory of everything. Because he probably would have never signed with the Heat.
Yeah.
If they would have won.
Yeah. Or, I mean, it depends on how James Harden would have taken it.
Yeah.
And reacted to the whole Houston situation. But yeah, other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it for the finals. And other NBA news now, Frank Vogel is signed with the Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
As their new head coach.
I don't know. As a Laker fan,
I didn't even know he was in the running for.
No, he was in the running for every position.
True, but I thought
he was going to go to like a
I thought they were going to go with Budenholzer or Nick Nurse.
Well, Nick Nurse was off the table.
Right, because he had already signed with.
Because he already signed with Philly. Because that was their number one.
Right.
He got off the table.
But how do you feel about? I don't know how.
As a LeBron fan, let me not say Lakers.
Okay.
I'm a LeBron. Even though I like LA. I'm a little worried because every team he's gone to, that's including the Indiana Pacers, Paul George.
Yeah.
They've been top 5 in defense.
Okay, right. Because he is.
And this is their Achilles heel.
Right, their defense. Yeah.
I mean, Phoenix for the most part.
Yeah.
Even though with Monty, when they went to the finals,
Chris Paul, but that's besides.
Yeah, because he don't play defense. With Monty, but if you want to keep Chris Paul and you want to keep him on your bench, he's not a bad option there. And I feel like at this age in his career, if you want to win a chip, you need to ride the bench, Chris Paul, and let somebody else younger take the reins.
Right.
Of like you did in OKC.
Right.
Okay. Anyways, in terms of defense, I know from seeing this man, Kevin Durant, play defense against the Bucks, he can play defense if he really, really wants to.
Right.
And he will.
And Devin Booker has some efforts. He had some clean efforts.
Yeah, I'm saying. But, like, I've seen Kevin Durant be the anchor of a defense in Brooklyn.
Right.
Multiple seasons. Because that defense was trash, and the only one playing defense was him.
And I also heard that they're looking to trade Ayton more than
Yeah, but I guess... It just
if they can get defensive pieces back for him.
Yeah. Get like players that like on the wing that can play defense and that's it. That would be nice. Also, speaking of Phoenix, they have David Fizdale as their assistant coach. Assistant coach.
And he's also a defensive guy.
He's also a defensive guy.
Yeah.
And they kept Kevin Young, it was their assistant under Monty, but they said that his offensive philosophy really works. And he was in the running for head coach of the Phoenix job, and I think it was Pistons.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm a little worried in terms of a Laker and LeBron wanting to win a chip.
Got it.
But then again, everybody in the West should be worried because this could be the next dynasty.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah, in terms of Devin and Kevin, okay.
But again, I thought you meant with Chris Paul. Like, whoa,
not Chris Paul. But again, if you listen to this, if you want to win a championship, I think it's time for you to come off the bench.
He ain't gonna come off the bench.
Be a sixth man.
They need to get rid of him.
Get your ego aside.
Once they get rid of him, I can root for the Suns all day.
Oh gosh.
I can root for the Suns all day.
But how would you gonna root for the Suns if you're a Curry fan, bro? What is wrong with you?
Because I'm not.
Now you're going to say, I'm not a Curry fan.
No. I'm not a hater of the Suns. I'm a hater of Chris Paul. Once he's off the team, I can root for the Suns and be like, yo, I'm happy for Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. But as long as Chris Paul is on that team, I cannot root for him.
Okay. That's fine. I agree with you.
What
do you think about this coaching?
It's interesting. I didn't think Frank Vogel, like I said, was in the running for that spot because I had 2 other coaches in mind. I do, now that you broke it down, I do like it more because, like you said, every team that he's coached has been top 5 in defense. Mm-hmm. They have David Fizdale as the assistant coach, who's another defensive coach.
Because when he was with the Knicks, he got the Knicks right.
He did.
Before Tibbs.
And they pretty much, to me, were the same coach, Tibbs and Fizdale.
Yeah.
You know, to how the Knicks are now. Mm-hmm. So, and defensively, I do like it because that's been the Phoenix's biggest problem. They can get you 120 points in the night, but they can't defend to get the wins when it matters most. When it matters most, yep. And you do have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker for the next 4 to 3 years or 3 to 4 years.
And it's a chess move.
So you have to.
Right, you got to win now.
Yeah, you have to win now.
And it's a chess move because.
At least 2. I don't want to say, listen, we know rings are not everything, but in terms of their legacy and how.
No, in terms of Kevin Durant, you got to win one without Curry because they win one without you.
Yeah, he's killing you.
They won one without you already. Yeah. So you got to win one.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. So I do like the move. Now that you broke it down.
Monty, and it's a chess move because who they really wanted was Ty Lue, but because he's locked up in the Clippers and they was trying to get him to leave that contract or trade for him, they couldn't.
And they did take Tyronn Lue's assistant coach, Sammy something. I forgot his last name. His first name is Sammy.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They did. I think they did sign him.
They put him as assistant in Phoenix too.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Or Detroit. Either one of the 2 teams. I believe I saw it somewhere. I'll find it and I'll confirm it.
Detroit took somebody else.
Okay, so then it's definitely Phoenix.
Yeah.
Speaking of Detroit, Monty Williams has been hired as the Detroit coach.
Detroit Pistons coach.
He has $100 million contract.
$100 million?
Yeah, 80 of it is guaranteed, and the extra $20 million is incentives.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought it was just the $78 million that Woj
reported. No, it's 80. It's 80. Pretty much, it's 80 guaranteed and
no,
20
he
million.
said it. Well, not including the incentives. It's $13 million a year.
Yeah.
For 5 years.
Right.
Which I think is a little steep for a coach.
But look at what he's done with Phoenix.
But yeah,
so they're looking at the potential of turning the Detroit Pistons around.
Yeah,
and making
Detroit was desperate.
Right.
Detroit. Well, I wouldn't want to say
because I don't know what pieces Detroit has to even make them.
No, they got Kate Cunningham. They got Jaden Ivey.
Isn't he kind of overrated?
I think it's because he wasn't with the right coach. Like you know, because he reminds me of. Let me not say, but he reminds me a little bit of Curry. Like Curry, when he first started, they were saying he was a little overrated because the system just didn't work for him. Until Mark Jackson got it.
And to Cam's credit, he only played 5 games this season because of his.
Yeah, we haven't really seen him blossom.
Right.
And
this will only be his 3rd year coming into next season. So.
Yeah. Jaden Ivey is his 2nd year. I think he's a shooting guard. He's kind of good too. They got that dude that
Freddie knows more of the Detroit players than I do because
it's because I follow the draft. I follow the draft.
Detroit Pistons basketball.
I don't watch Detroit Pistons basketball either, but I know the draft and I know who's on who's team. So. I'm just a draft nerd, and this is with every sport. Besides
so then you're saying so Detroit had the shot then?
Yeah, they got a shot to. I wouldn't want to say contend. But after what I saw with Sacramento, possibly. You never know. Okay. They got that dude that punched LeBron.
I thought he was going to be out the league. I thought he was going to be out the league because LeBron
and he's actually kind of good.
Yeah, that's what people were saying.
And they got your boy, well, he's not your boy no more, Wiseman.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no. He's not because he gets a lot more playing
potential.
Time. Yeah.
And he don't
got a lot of pressure to be on the table.
And they got Bagley. Dude that was on Sacramento.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they got Bagley there. So, in terms of on paper potential, it is there. Like they got potential to I wouldn't want to say make noise, but it definitely improve.
Damn, you might have me get 2K24 just to be on.
I'm telling you, bro. I've been itching for a basketball game.
In other news, Nick Nurse goes to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Let's go back.
Somebody had a funny meme. They said that they got rid of a Doc and traded him for a nurse. So I thought that was funny.
No, you know what we need? We need the
yeah,
that's what we need. We need.
I thought that was funny. I do think he's
That's
going to be a better coach than Doc Rivers. I'm sorry. I mean,
they pretty much, in terms of pedigree, like they both got one chip. So
right.
I
True.
I agree.
But I do think they said that Nick Nurse's X's and O's and defensive prowess is going to really help.
Yeah, he's another defensive
guru.
We saw it with Kawhi.
Yeah.
Toronto. Yeah, and even after they left, like Toronto was still
they were still solid.
In terms of win percentages, weren't there, but like in terms of defense, they were top. Right. They were top 20, top. You know what I mean? Top 15.
So how do you? I mean,
it depends.
I'm hearing that they don't because I'm hearing that the players and some of the coaching staff does not want James Harden to return. They're hoping.
I thought you were talking about because I heard about the doc. Some of them were, some players were upset. Some players were happy.
Right. And I heard that they're hoping that he takes the because Houston is willing to give him a pretty hefty contract to come back.
Allegedly.
And Nicholas, I'm assuming, I think, does not want him there. Speculating, I'm not.
Oh, Nick Nurse?
Yeah.
Well, they asked him about it, and he didn't really know how to answer the question.
Yeah, he kind of deflected it.
Yeah, in a way. I don't know what that means. It's probably because he didn't want to, say something wrong.
Right. Ahead
of it because he's a free agent, you know what I mean? But, that just works in it, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it depends on, the pieces that you...
I wish that they got further than they ever did, but that's technically not true. They always lose in the second round. They haven't been to the Eastern Conference Finals since AI.
You know me and my thing against Doc. I feel like it was Doc's fault. But you and Dad want to fight with me and say no.
No, I wasn't fighting with you. I knew Philly wasn't going to do nothing.
No, bro.
My dad
was saying that I was crazy. I know.
I was on your team. I
remember we got a vote to say that.
Yeah.
But listen, I don't know. To me, I don't know because you still got Joel.
Big question. This is a lot to handle for Nick Nurse. Does Nick Nurse get them over the hump and get them to at least the Eastern Conference Finals?
I feel like he does. Okay, and the only reason why I feel like he does is because he's a defensive guru.
His X's and O's, I heard.
He don't panic in the clutch as a coach.
Yeah.
Every time I've seen it with Toronto.
Yeah.
Every time, granted, they had Kawhi, which Kawhi is a game manager.
Right.
But minus Kawhi.
And that was the healthiest Kawhi has ever been.
Yeah, ever been in his life. After Kawhi. Mm-hmm. Even the games where Kawhi wasn't playing because it was low managing and they were close,
right? He
was able to win it and make the right coach decision to win it. You know what I mean? If we lose, it's not because of me.
Right.
And I feel like Doc got either over his head or he got over his head sometimes, or sometimes he didn't get over his head and he trusted the player too much to handle it when they couldn't handle it.
Right.
So I don't know. It just depends on the pieces that Daryl Morey can give him, and they can work around. Now, if you keep James Harden, I feel like the duo could work. You just need that third little extra.
Like a Maxey?
Like a Maxey, but I don't feel like Maxey could work.
Tobias Harris is not the answer.
Tobias Harris got to go.
I'm sorry. He got to go.
I feel like...
And the fact that
Maxey could work,
and two,
but in terms
the fact
of
that Jimmy Butler predicted that he's like, yo, you chose Tobias Maxey over me is crazy. Tobias Harris, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you're able to flip him into role players that play really good defense, I'm talking about Tobias.
And could shoot the three.
Not even that, bro, because everybody else could shoot threes. Yeah. They got that,
on
lock already. It's just the defense.
Yeah, and the last thing, this is sad news for me. Bob Myers, my GM, he steps down as not my GM, but
Damn.
as the general manager.
He's your GM.
Yeah, I don't like to say that because it makes me sound like a stan. And
you are. You are.
I'm kind of. But he steps down. Pretty much, they had to clarify that it wasn't about money because some critics thought it was about money, but they said that
it probably was a little bit.
No, him and Bob and Joe confirmed that like it was a hefty contract amount.
Oh, okay, so he got
so it wasn't like he basically just said like it's draining and it is a full-time job, which I completely agree. Because you are the GM
and it's mental.
Right.
I don't know what it is to be like a GM. No, I know what it is to be like a GM. My dad was like a GM for like 3 months. It was a little stressful. Not gonna lie, like my dad barely slept.
And I didn't realize that Bob has been with them for 12 years.
Yeah, because he was an assistant.
He was an assistant.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that because when I started to watch
who he was.
And know who he was already the GM. So I'm thinking, it's only been 5 years.
And
6 years.
a lot of people were saying that he didn't draft Curry. Like Curry was drafted before he got there. And Clay, yada yada yada.
But he did Draymond and Harrison Barnes.
I don't care if he didn't draft him because it's what you do after you draft them.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Curry was going to be Curry regardless.
And some people were saying that he pretty much knows that this dynasty's not going to last, and he jumped ship early.
You know when I knew he was going to kind of jump ship? When he started doing the interviews with people. Like, when he did the interview with J. Cole.
Oh, and
I was out, he's going into podcasting world and
all the smoke with
Stack like when he started like
Matt Barnes,
when he started like doing these like media things, I was like, he's tickling a different fancy.
Yeah, because
I don't know, this is great. I mean, great for him. You know what I mean? Get to spend more time with his family.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he'll take like maybe 2 years off and then possibly
like Jerry West. Like Jerry West left, came back.
Right.
I mean, like it's like the door is probably never closed for him.
Especially with that organization now.
Bro, and his ability to flip D'Angelo Russell
for Andrew Wiggins,
and make that work was genius.
Amazing.
I'm giving him credit, low key, for the Jordan Poole because I guess
and Kuminga because and Moody. Wiseman, he missed on that one.
Yeah, but I don't really follow him because that was the COVID year, bro. Nobody had stats on nobody.
True. Very true.
So yeah. All right. Speaking of coaching, Monty Williams reset the market in terms of like money for other coaches
because of his amount.
So if he's getting paid $13 million, Kerr and Spoelstra gonna get paid like 20.
Yeah,
25. They're gonna have to. And I don't know how that works with like the salary. I feel like that has nothing to do with salary cap. I feel like that's his own separate thing. But I don't know.
I feel.
Yeah.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Alrighty, no baseball news this week. Nothing really.
Oh, we do have. Okay, real quick. Breaking news, which was.
All right, we do have news. I'm sorry.
DeGrom.
Right. Jacob DeGrom, pitcher for the Texas Rangers. He signed the big money deal this offseason.
Boy, if you don't get to the injury, he has Tommy John surgery.
Got Tommy John surgery.
And
which is season-ending surgery. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Texas #1 in the division.
Division?
Yeah. They're contending. They're really good. He's their ace.
Right.
Well, one of the aces. It's a big blow. It's a big blow. This is. I think the Mets knew beforehand that this could be a possibility. That's why they didn't even
consider resigning.
No, they gave him an offer, but it wasn't even close to what Texas.
He got.
Yeah, what he got. So.
Okay.
I mean, hey, it sucks, bro, because he's one of when he's healthy, 100,000%, he's literally the best pitchers in baseball. Like I've said that multiple years. So it sucks. Speedy recovery.
Yeah, speedy recovery for DeGrom, and wishes as well.
Yeah, bro, and then Tommy John surgery. I mean, even though Tommy John surgery, like some pitchers come back like ridiculously better.
Yeah.
But you never know. It could be season ending, or you could play 10 more years.
I feel with that.
So,
okay,
that was my short little baseball news. I'm sorry.
I just remembered it.
Yeah. All right. So in the soccer world, it's very rare that we do soccer news, but this is soccer. This is Sports 48. Listen, I'm a soccer fan. I know my soccer. So Messi, he is leaving PSG after 2 seasons with Neymar and Kylian Mbappe, which is the France dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's good.
Yeah, no, he's good.
He almost single-handedly beat.
He almost single-handedly beat Argentina.
Messi, yeah,
bro. Nah, he up there. He's only 23. He's 29.
Yeah, that was crazy. He was crazy. Yeah, sorry.
This was big news.
Wait, they got those players on one team?
Yeah, bro. You know, there's no salary cap in
Why would he leave?
There's financial like regulations, like in terms of like
that they didn't meet.
Certain teams get like penalized, like you lose your seating, you lose a bunch of stuff. Like if you go way over, or you don't meet the demands, because like I don't think you gotta pay it right away, type of thing. Right. But if you there's a lot of fraud that happens in soccer, right? In terms of payments. So yeah, he left. Because I don't know, it just didn't really work in Paris. Like they did win, their division in Paris, which made Messi the number 1 trophy winner of all time. Like he has the most trophies ever in terms of different leagues. He has 43, which is like the most ever. Like nobody's won more than 43 trophies.
Okay. Yeah. Because the only thing he was missing was the
World Cup. Yeah. So he's leaving. They're reporting that he could possibly return to Barcelona. His dad said, I don't really trust what his dad says, but his dad reported yesterday that they're open to it. Barca want him back. Okay. That was his home. Like he was really sad. Like he didn't want to leave. And I think
right. Wasn't it the one that had to like force him to leave?
Yeah, because they couldn't financially
pay him
to stay because of the financial thing.
Now they got the chips.
Now they could get their chips in order and offer him the money he deserves.
Okay.
But
I know a little bit of soccer.
Right. I've been putting you on. Yeah. But in terms of if he really wants to get the bag, he could go to a team in Saudi Arabia, which that's where Cristiano's playing at right now.
Right, and he's one of the highest players.
He's the highest player ever.
Right.
He's getting paid like 100 million euros a year.
Oh, you told me 200.
Yeah, like 100, 200. Yeah, it's crazy. They could offer him the most money, but again, competition over there is like over here. Right. It's really not up to par, but they got the money. So a lot of players that are a little bit of age, they just gonna like
get the bag.
They get their bag, play. You know what I mean?
Right, and they kind of slowly retire over time.
Right. But Messi, I think he still has a little bit in the tank left. To, you know what I mean? The reason why it didn't work in Paris, they didn't win their Champions League, which is like where all the teams get together and play. He couldn't win it with Neymar. And I don't know. And he got booed in Paris a few times.
Right, yeah.
Like, I feel like the dynamic of the coach and everything, it's just, I don't know, it didn't really work. And then Messi's not the same Messi he used to be.
Right.
So, yeah. Let's see what he does, hopefully. I mean, it's a little sad because I wanted him to win one in Paris just because I really like Neymar, but...
Yeah. And the French do it.
Yeah. So, and then speaking of Messi, they're working on a doc series that is gonna speak about his run. Let's cut that up. Gonna speak about his run
about winning the World Cup.
Winning the World Cup. Right. Now, personally, it was the best World Cup final or soccer game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, because your boy from France and Messi.
From France was scoring. They were going back and forth. Yeah. When I thought it was a wrap, Messi came out of nowhere. It felt like Messi was young again.
Right, like a movie.
It felt like I was watching a movie. Like that's how good it was. Right. You know what I mean? I was screaming up and down. I was like,
even I was doing it for Messi, and I.
Yeah, I was rooting for Messi just because
I think it came on way too early. I was like, y'all missed this game.
Yeah, it was like 2 p.m. or 2 p.m. something like that.
I think it was I think it was like 11 a.m. in the U.S. or something. It was dumb early. I was like, yo, I really want to watch this game.
Yeah, because they were playing in Qatar.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I'm not waking up at 11 o'clock. But Even I was rooting for Messi because I was like, this is gonna be his last World Cup. He's not doing this again.
Yeah, and to me, it solidified the best player in the world debate in terms of him and Cristiano Ronaldo. Because even though it is a team sport, Portugal has never really gotten there with Cristiano in terms of World Cups. And you know, it kind of sucks, but there's nothing you can do about it. Messi though. No, for me, it's still Cristiano, just because I like Cristiano better.
Gotcha.
But that's personal preference. But I respect Messi and what you do.
Right. It's like Kobe, LeBron.
Yeah, Kobe. Same thing. So Messi, they're working on that. Hopefully, HBO. I told you this off air. Hopefully, HBO picks it up and not Netflix.
Even though I like the Netflix documentary on Neymar.
Yes, I like that too. But it's a hit or miss sometimes with Netflix. You know what I mean? Especially like with these writing strikes that's going on. We don't know. So hopefully it's really, 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 really good. And I know HBO going to do it justice. Yeah. I don't even want to mention Hulu because Hulu probably mess it up. So this is going to be like really lit, really exciting. Even if they put it in the movie theater, like I'll go pay and go watch it. Hopefully they do that. And the way they want to, because Maradona is like a soccer legend in Argentina passed.
Right. Yes.
And then,
so they was honoring him
the whole way.
Yeah.
And like there were reporters who were from Argentina giving Messi praise in his face, like, bro, like I don't care if you don't win this. Thank you for what you did for our country. Like it was the crazy. And
that was the biggest parade I've ever seen
in my life. Like
it was jam packed from yo.
The videos on like TikTok and YouTube.
It's nice. I've never seen a crowd. That's almost scary. Like it trumps the Super Bowl. It trumps it's not even
everything.
Close.
Like
it's not even close.
The World Cup.
And I used to think the Super Bowl was the biggest sport event.
Bro, it's soccer, bro. Soccer is global, bro. Like it's your country. Like you won for your country pride. You know what I mean? And even though my country, Colombia, did not make it, or even the U.S., because the U.S. made it to the quarterfinal or something like that. Like, the U.S. got really close, but we lost. They did. So, I was rooting for the U.S.
And I rooted for the U.S. until they played against us. I was like, oh, that was it. So, U.S., hey, we out here trying and then your team made it down to the Final Four a couple years ago.
Yeah, Colombia made it last World Cup. We made it to the Final Four. Like
he missed that damn goal.
He missed that goal, bro. Like, and that's the thing. Like soccer, bro. Like you live it. Like you live it. Like even in person. Like if you go to a soccer game, that's
why they be burning down the villages when they lose.
Yeah, because
it's dangerous.
It's your passion, like your country. Like it's like a pride thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I really like soccer, especially like when like the national teams play.
I definitely understand that one.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we gotta go to a soccer game, bro.
Yeah, for real. I feel you. All right.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. On to
you don't got the headset.
Golf. Yeah.
Breaking news. Eli don't got a headset on because he don't want to mess up his hair.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up my hair. I just got it done. So I'm not doing that. I'm carving it up for my hair. I can't.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah. So he has to let me know. He has to let me know when the transition goes through. And he's not letting me know. And I'm like, are we good?
You didn't tell me that before we started, so I assumed that. You know?
Okay, on to golf. This is new. We don't know when talking about golf, but
this is new. Listen, we doing new things.
Yeah.
Well, we try to reach more audience. I've been getting more into golf. I'm not gonna lie, because of DJ Khaled.
Okay, I feel you.
Because he's making it lit. And I actually understood a little bit of golf. Like it's not that hard.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Yeah, it's just boring. I can't because they got this rule where you can't make any noise. You can't take pictures. Because just real quick before we get into this, Lil Wayne went and they had a teleprompter and they told you the rules that you cannot take pictures. If you see a celebrity, you can't talk to them. You can't say anything. You gotta just
you gotta just
stay there and just
until the par is over.
Right. So when Lil Wayne was popping through with his little poster, they couldn't say anything. They couldn't be like, "Oh my God, Lil Wayne, can I take a picture?" No, you get kicked out.
But the same thing goes.
That's why he was like, it was the best experience he's ever had because
nobody bothered.
Yeah, nobody was approaching him. He just walked through and they had to stay quiet. They were quiet on the set. All right, he's about to hit the.
Same thing in tennis. Like before they they do the thing.
Right,
and the only reason why I know, because my dad went to the U.S. Open once, and he was on his phone, and they told him to shut up his phone, and they was gonna kick him out.
Oh, right?
Yeah. They told him.
Because I remember, like Naomi, one of the Naomi Osaka,
yeah.
she invited her boyfriend. He was just like mad loud and like, you ain't supposed to be that loud.
You could be loud like after the set's over, but like before that you gotta stay quiet because they gotta hear the ball.
Yeah, he was going crazy.
Same with golf.
So in big news for the golf world, the PGA Tour and the Live Tour golf tour or Live Golf are merging the two big companies. So
let's clap that up for the sport of golf.
Who's the company that is doing Live?
So the owners of Live Golf are Saudi Arabians.
Thank you. They are merging with the PGA because originally, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I think 2 years ago, they were recruiting
Tiger Woods
and Phil Nicholson and all the big time golfers because they had the money.
Yeah, they got the money.
And they offered Tiger Woods.
Well, I'm about to move to Saudi. You know how much money they got out there?
For real. And they offered Tiger $800 to $900 million, and he turned it down because he didn't want to. He didn't want to mess up his relationship with PGA. Right, and the U.S.
Yeah, like PGA is a U.S. company.
Right.
You know,
and it would have messed up that game. Plus, he makes that amount of money now in his life. Like he's almost a billionaire.
Yeah, and it's mainly because of Nike.
Right.
Because if he wouldn't sign with Nike, he really.
But I still would have taken the money.
100%.
I still would have taken the money. But that's just me.
I would have taken the money, played my little tournaments,
and then just waited 2 years because you got merged anyway.
Well, we didn't know they was gonna merge.
True.
Because that was the whole dispute. Like,
right. Which one was better? Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is good for the sport of golfing. Yeah. That means that the rosters are gonna come together.
Right.
And
they could possibly have a big time tournament, like in the. I don't know about the Masters.
No, they have the Masters is the biggest tournament in golf. Period.
Okay, so what about the other ones, like the
Augusta?
Yeah, the Augusta. Can they like have like a tournament between like PGA and like Live Golf?
No, I don't think so. I think it's the way they are. I think they're gonna do it is. It's just there's gonna be more money behind the little tournaments.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
From both companies,
From both companies. That means like whenever there's a merger, the players get paid more.
Man,
because there's more money in the system.
That makes sense.
So the lower tier golfers are gonna get they should get an increase in pay
of the salary.
Yeah, which I think was one of the disputes as to why they didn't merge in terms of business,
right?
Just to figure the
financial
part
out. Yeah.
Hopefully this is big in golf, and I honestly think this is DJ Khaled's fault. Because the way he's making golf popular is ridiculous. Like every day in his Instagram, he goes.
Did he start like playing golf like randomly, or?
He said that like he's always played golf here and there, but he never had time to.
Oh, okay.
And then just one day he had just time to play, and he played more consistently, and then he just fell in love with it. And now he plays every day.
Okay.
But
yeah, congrats to Drop Bomb on it, and congrats.
This is good for the world of sports.
Yeah, golf overall. You get more money, get more publicity.
It's same with NFL and the XFL. Like when they didn't merge, but like.
But yeah, they work together. They work together. Yeah.
Because The Rock, because The Rock knows. The Rock knows you're not being NFL.
Yeah.
You probably not gonna be PGA.
Right.
You try to. I'm not saying that it's not possible. You can.
Right. Oh no, you're talking about not the XFL. You're talking about the CFL. It's because it's two different.
No, that's the Canada one, no.
No. That's the one owned by Fox. Fox owns.
No, I'm talking about the one The Rock owns.
But they're not connected. The CFL one, the one that's under Fox, they're connected to the NFL.
Yes, I know that, but I'm talking about the one The Rock owns is
trying to compete with that.
No, it's not competing. They work together. They're not connected, but they work together.
Oh, okay.
Because The Rock said that on the Pivot.
Gotcha. On the Pivot.
He said that he sat down Roger Goodell with the NFL, and then they kind of work together to like funnel. It's like the G League for NFL.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Like they funnel players in between XFL, NFL.
There's also another one that's owned by Fox that Colin be talking about on the Herd sometimes. So I thought you were talking about that one.
No. I'm talking about the one in the Rock. Yeah. Nah, but mergers are good. I support mergers, but I also like competition. So like, if Liv was able to compete a little bit longer,
right?
You know what I mean? But mergers are good. I don't know.
Actually, hit the transition button since you can hear it.
Yeah.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Able
Culture
podcast.
Okay, yeah, sorry. In culture, we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. So
I'm shocked.
Simon question.
I've heard that a lot, bro.
The visuals were amazing. I'm trying to do this without spoiling, so if you haven't seen it, don't watch this section of the show. The visuals were amazing.
We gotta put spoiler now.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it came out Friday. But I'm not gonna spoil it.
Watch this, whoever watched it.
I'm not gonna spoil it that much. The visuals were amazing. Sorry, I said that like 3 times, but it just was. It was out of this world. He didn't like the painted, colored world of.
It confused me.
Gwen Stacy.
Because I know the capabilities of
the graphics,
digital art nowadays, compared to back when we was watching cartoons.
Right.
And I know that the cartoons could damn near look like real life.
Right.
So I'm saying, like, you giving me this quality when I know you could do this instead? That's just me.
I love the philosophical. How do you put it?
Physiological?
Thank you. I love that part. I could never roll it off the tongue. Of Miguel and Miles, their views on how they saw.
Oh, you mean psychological?
Yeah. Thank you.
Because physiological is your body.
It's your body, right? Okay, so the mental vision of how Miguel wanted the Spider-Verse to be and how Miles thought it should be. Mm-hmm. I love that aspect of it because basically he was saying that every Spider-Man needs either Uncle Ben or Uncle Death or a Captain Death to justify why they're Spider-Man. And Miles was saying, no, I can do both. I've already had that, and I can still save my father from this X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Because remember at the end, he was trying to go back home.
He was trying to save his dad.
Right, he was trying to save his dad. So I love that part of it. I also love...
And it works because Miles is not supposed to be Spider-Man.
Right.
Which I saw that, I was like, oh.
Yeah. That blew my mind,
because even when the video game came out, I was confused. I was like, Eli, this don't make sense. Where is the Spider-Man coming from? Like, I've never, like, even in our childhood, I've never heard about Miles Morales and this Spider-Man. Like,
right.
You know, because he's more in tune to that world than me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so he explained it, but it still didn't make sense in terms of the video game. So I left it alone. It's not until I watched the movie that it made sense.
Yeah,
he's not supposed to be a Spider-Man, period.
Yeah. Because that Spider-Man,
I hate how Marvel steals this whole universe thing because it's not theirs. It's the Flash's. Okay, we just got that right, bro. They keep stealing this. Oh, this Earth, and then this universe, and then that universe, and then that. They're trying to do it even in the real life. Flash is the only one that's able to do that. Run in between.
Time dimensions.
So it always throws me off when Marvel does that. When they're like, this Spider-Man from this universe. And I'm like, how did they even go between universes in the first place?
I will admit.
But then that's when Doctor Strange came in.
Came in and kind of. I will admit the score of the movie was amazing. I didn't really like Metro Boomin's album of the.
Wow, bro, the best part of the movie. What are you talking about?
Because it didn't match to me the Into the Spider-Verse of the first one.
No way.
First of all, they don't have a banger.
Yes, they do.
They don't have a banger like Sunflower. I'm sorry.
I thought you were gonna like it, bro. The one where it's Sway Lee, A Boogie, and
No, Sway Lee kills on every track he's with on the album.
The last part, like when they run the credit scenes and they play the song.
But
that song is fire.
I didn't like this album as much as the first one. And there's no banger on there like Sunflower.
Stay with me, bro. Just give it time.
I like Calling. Calling was cool.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. But stay with me.
Now the original score, which is not the album, It's just the songs that they play throughout it's two different things.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, the score, I love that. The score was amazing. Yeah, there's not a lot of critiques. The only critique I have is that the 2 hours, I felt the 2 hours.
I did too. I did because I'm with a 4-year-old, so at this point she don't want to watch the movie anymore, and she proceeds to take my mother's phone and watch cartoons.
Right.
So I'm trying to like fight with her to lower the volume because she can't hear. And everybody's staring at me like, bro, we trying to watch this movie and this child is on the phone.
Yeah, on the phone.
So it was annoying me. So I was like, I kept like getting distracted and not paying attention.
Right.
But I definitely did feel the 2 hours because I was looking at the clock like, when are you going to end?
Also, my two favorite Spider-Mans, I'm sorry if I don't know your names. Y'all, to me, y'all knew Spider-Man, but Spider-Punk, I do know his one. Kobe. That's the one with the guitar. Yeah. I liked him, and I liked the Indian Spider-Man.
Yeah, I liked the Indian one. The Indian one was really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the guitar one. He just felt out of place to me.
No. He was cool. I liked
and
Kobe.
I didn't like the squad that she got to go save Miles.
That's because it's from the original, the first one. You didn't watch the first one, so you don't know who they are. Yeah.
Okay,
if you go back and like rewatch the first one, the second one, everything will make sense.
Now, this is me, because I didn't watch the first one. I skipped it. Mm-hmm. Sorry. I was in middle of college.
Right.
So, when it started off with the watercolors, it threw me off.
Yeah, with the painting.
Because I was like, what is this? The watercolor, I know what animated looks like. I didn't expect it to be watercolors.
Got it.
Okay, it threw me off. And then when Eli explained to me that there's different dimensions
and
that go in between
each one has
they have a different animation to go with the thing. It made sense.
Got it.
You know, the villain, I didn't even like the villain.
The Spot?
Yeah, the Spot is
nah, he was cool. I do think over time though, I do like the way that they made him a villain of the week, and then over time throughout the movie, he's starting to get more confidence to become a big time villain. I do like that part.
I like that. But in terms of like what he could do, nah, it makes sense because he goes between universes, and then that was cool.
Right.
I didn't like that there was the only one critique I had for the movie. There was no fighting scene. Like I wanted to see.
There was at the end with Spider-Man 29.
Yeah, but like I don't want to see Spider-Man versus Spider-Man. I want to see Spider-Man versus a villain.
Oh, okay. So then if you want that, it's gonna be in the part 2, which comes out March 29th.
Which comes out
2024. They already got a due date for it. Damn. I just hope that they don't push it back. Because what they did was they made a really big animated movie that was up to like
split it up into
4 hours, and they just cut it into 2 parts.
Just give me the whole movie, bro.
Dude.
But I get it. It's about. And you know what I was thinking? The automatic.
Would you have sitting through the movie theater if it was 4 hours?
By myself? Because I'll be taking myself to movie dates? Yes. By myself, yes. God. Listen, what I automatically thought after I left the movie theater is how much money Marvel saves doing this and how much money they actually make. Because they don't got to pay trailers.
Well, yeah, they didn't.
They don't got to pay actors.
Yeah. Because the animation is definitely just drawing.
Yeah, you pay the artist and then you pay the voiceover. Yeah. But the voiceover is like 50% off the actual actor.
Right.
So that crossed my mind, but that was just me.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm not gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna give it like an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Solid.
And the soundtrack, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 to like a 9.
That's too high for me. I would have gave it like a 6. Yeah. It's slightly better.
I just really like the Sway Lee song, A Boogie song.
I will give Sway Lee's bangs. Sad news: Bling Empire has passed away. Anna Shay, the star of Bling Empire. If you haven't watched the series, you know who. Well, you don't know who I'm talking about.
So but
if you did, you know who I'm talking about. Legendary. She pretty much made the show for me. And now that she has sadly passed away.
You're not gonna watch the show no more?
No. Sadly, I will not. I want to send condolences to friends and families. She's pretty much an icon.
I'm Googling how her face looks because I don't remember.
The first one. That one.
Oh, she's like the... Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to compare. She's like the Chris... To the Blade? Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I always wanted to watch it, but then I was like, it feels Kardashian-esque.
It is, but just on an Asian, way more richer scale. Because they're like 10 times,
money. That's facts.
15 times richer.
They drive a Ferrari
it's not even
like a Toyota.
It's not even, do they have their own they don't even get publicity. Like, they don't have TMZ run, like...
No, bro.
Recently, TMZ just reported because she's a big-time actress. I mean, like a big-time model. But you don't get a lot of TMZ, like how we get with Kardashian.
Yeah, every so, I wouldn't want to say every day, but like every week we get signed Kardashian with. Yeah. Oh, my God. That suit better clear all my sinuses.
Yeah.
I better not be sick after I drink that.
For 500,000, right?
Christ.
For 500.
5,000.
Yeah.
$5,000 a soup, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my! I gotta watch this now.
Insane. Yeah, and she's gonna become your favorite character. I promise you.
Okay.
She's gonna become your.
How did she pass?
I have no idea. I just saw it yesterday. And other news, big time news. Shannon Sharpe is leaving Undisputed.
Let's cut that up.
He has
I'm happy for him.
Yeah, he agreed to a buyout with Fox One.
He's smart. He's a genius.
I thought he was gonna do it
the right way, bro. I thought
he was gonna do it a lot sooner. And
he did it the right way.
The way my dad broke it down to me, he did it.
He did it the right way. Because if he would have just left like that, he would have breached contract.
Yeah.
He would have just been like, Fox would have made it a mission to slander his name.
Right.
Because he's not fighting Skip at that point. He's fighting Fox.
Right. Because you're under contract. Yeah.
Right. And then how Fox and ESPN, like, they're not probably buddy, but they call each other and be like, yo, don't give him a job, yada, yada, yada.
Right,
you know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? I think this is big.
For me, I thought it was going to come a lot sooner, only because of the Tom Brady argument that they had.
Nah, that was foul. When that happened on air and Skip was coming for him personally, I was like, what am I watching?
And then the Damar Hamlin situation.
That one to me, because
that one put the nail in the coffin.
I was like, okay, he's probably Skip is probably being Skip and acting, but when the Darvin Hamlin one, I was like, nah, he's too out of pocket.
Yeah,
like it was so disturbing to me that I had to like turn it off.
Yeah,
because it was pissing me off.
Right. Yeah. So, same. So I do love the fact that he did play chess, not checkers, because I thought he was gonna leave right after that. But he set up his stuff on side because he technically doesn't need that show anymore. No. He has Club Shay, and he has, it looks like from his Instagram posts, a lot more other projects that he's working on.
I don't follow him on Instagram, so I wouldn't know. But I'm pretty sure the ESPN door is open.
Yeah,
Stephen A. already said that like if he wanted to come on the show
once a week. Yeah.
He opened up to me, and mind you, I would love to see him and Stephen A. go at it at least
once a week. Yeah.
Once a week.
Because he said the only reason why he doesn't want him every day is because he likes the crew that he already has with all the other co-hosts that he works with.
And you can't just put him in every day.
Right.
So that when they do him and Stephen A. and Michael Irvin a week, that's lit. That's lit.
That's what he was talking about.
Because I tune in just for that.
I'm happy for Shannon Sharpe. I don't think Skip's gonna be able to recover from this. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think
majority of the fans was only really watching this for Shannon Sharpe.
And according to Shannon, he did say that he is, he's cool with Skip.
Yeah, I think.
Which I believe is cap.
Yeah, I think that was a publicity.
I think it was more of like but hey, we never know.
Yeah.
And he does give thanks to Skip for putting him on.
Right.
Because we gotta give credit where credit's due. Skip did put him on.
Yeah.
And he did say that most people know him because of Undisputed than they do
anything else. Yeah. Outside of football, yeah.
So.
Yeah. And
I think personally he should go to ESPN for once a week and just focus on his club
still work on
section.
club. Yeah. I agree. And lastly, my most exciting news, because the Star Boy's in it. The Idol premiered last Sunday.
I'm gonna clap this up.
And it was good. I'm gonna just say, if you watch it, you're gonna get vibes of Britney Spears. It's just a loosely version of a Britney Spears documentary.
Life?
Yeah, like life. But they can't.
They can't say that.
Yeah, they can't say that. When I watch it, but the weekend is just the icing
on the cake.
On the cake.
Nah, I'm excited. Well, I haven't watched it because I thought it was later in June instead of last week.
Yeah, he got confused.
I got confused because the album. He announced the album for a certain date, and I thought, show album, boom.
Right.
But no, and according to Eli, what he's telling me is that this album has something to do
with the
Weeknd himself.
No, the album is connected to the show, not.
I know, that's what I meant. I meant it was connected to the Weeknd, the artist, not the Weeknd, the show.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but I feel like this album is gonna, even though it's still connected to the show, I feel like it's gonna be original songs. Period.
Possibly.
Like, there's not gonna be like, you know how they just make like sort of like a soundtrack to fit the show and that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like these songs are just gonna be like, we're gonna hit an album. We're gonna be like, oh, this is another Weeknd album.
Right. Okay.
We're not gonna be like, oh, this sounds like it's something for the show.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
So you know what I mean?
I like the way.
I do like the Madonna song and the Future song. So.
I do like the way the show started. It kind of gives me. It's very interesting because
it gives you Euphoria.
Yeah, because not unfortunately, but the creator of Euphoria is also working on this show. Mm. So I'm trying to separate the two. Exactly. Thank you. I'm trying to separate the two and not make you feel like, oh, this was just another Euphoria show.
Yeah, it gave me that vibe off the trailer, but I feel like Weeknd's acting is so. For me, it's gonna be a little tough to watch just because I'm so used to the Weeknd's image and him as a singer,
right?
And his dark music instead of him as an actor.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to watch it and then call me.
I'm gonna watch it and then I'll call you.
Because I actually liked it. I felt like.
I know I'm gonna like it because HBO don't mess up.
I did definitely. I'm not gonna hold you. I did feel like at times this was just the Weeknd playing a real life version of himself.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Like he's playing his music in acting form. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, and there are certain aspects of his acting that was enhanced to
by
make
his music.
No, more about his
lyrics?
acting skills.
Okay.
To make it fit the show.
Oh, got you.
But other than that, I did feel like this was just a Weeknd playing a real life version of himself.
Okay. So, or what his music portrayed him to be.
Right, as an actor.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Speaking of shows, you know what show you gotta watch and put you on right now? The Class of 09 is on Hulu.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's like a FBI show where they talk about like Quantico and them being recruits.
Yeah.
And then it transitions from like them in the past, them in the present, and then it goes to them in the future.
Oh, okay.
So it jumps between timelines, which makes you have to pay attention to what happened in between timelines to catch up. And they're still on it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check it out.
You gotta watch that show.
I'll check it out.
Putting y'all onto the show.
But other than that, this is Disabled. I'm your host Eli, co-host Fredy. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so when we upload, you can get the videos. And
yes. We'll be
back next week.
We'll be back.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Able with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands